Olivia Rodrigo just killed her biggest brand asset on purpose. Welcome back to Label Grid, the channel that breaks down how real music careers are built, not how songs get lucky. Today we need to talk about one of the smartest rebrands we've seen in modern pop. Olivia Rodrigo didn't just announce a new album, she erased an entire identity that made her famous. For 5 years, purple wasn't just a color, it was her brand system. It defined its sour, it evolved into guts, and it became one of the most recognizable visual identities in pop music. You saw purple, you thought Olivia. That's brand equity at its highest level, and then she deleted it. March 2026, a mural appears in Los Angeles. It starts lavender, familiar, safe, and then slowly transforms into pink. Not instantly, not dramatically, gradually, intentionally. That wasn't design, that was storytelling. Because for an artist at Olivia's level, the biggest risk isn't failure, it's repetition, it's becoming predictable, it's getting stuck inside your own aesthetic. So, instead of extending the era, she killed it. Today, we're breaking down the full Olivia Rodrigo third rollout behind You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So In Love, the visual pivot, the digital reset, the fan-led scavenger hunt, and the business strategy behind it. Because this isn't just an album rollout, this is how you evolve without losing relevance. Let's get started. Olivia Rodrigo changed one color and regrowth her entire brand. In music marketing, visuals are not just decoration, they're language, and color is one of the strongest signals you can send. Purple for Olivia represented a very specific emotional world. Teenage chaos, messy heartbreak, loud vulnerability. It was raw, expressive, and instantly recognizable. But here's the problem with strong branding. If you stay there too long, it becomes a cage. So the shift to pink wasn't random, it was strategic repositioning. The Melrose mural didn't just appear fully formed, it evolved. Fans watched it change over days, documenting every stage, posting updates, speculating on meaning. This is what we call dynamic branding, turning a static visual into a live event. And that does two things. First, it creates anticipation without saying anything, no captions, no explanations, just progression. Second, it invites participation. Fans feel like they're witnessing the transformation in real time, not being told about it after the fact. Now let's talk psychology. Pink softens the narrative. It introduces contrast. It suggests emotional complexity instead of pure chaos. It signals growth without completely abandoning identity. That's the key. This isn't a full reinvention, it's a controlled evolution. And that's what keeps your audience with you. Because if you change too much, you lose them. If you don't change at all, they leave anyway. Olivia Rodrigo went silent and the internet got louder. Then came the move most artists and labels are too afraid to make. She wiped her Instagram. Over 100 posts gone. Years of content erased overnight. At first glance, that looks risky. Why delete content that's already performing? But this is what we call creating a digital vacuum. And the psychology behind it is simple. Humans notice absence more than presence. When someone is constantly posting, we scroll past them, but when they disappear, we start asking questions. What's happening? Is something coming? Did I miss something? Silence creates tension, and tension creates attention. Then she returns with the album announcement. You seem pretty sad for a girl so in love. Now this is where it gets even more interesting. Because from a marketing perspective, this title breaks every rule. It's long, it's not optimized, it's not easily searchable, it's not designed for TikTok captions. And that's exactly why it works, because it forces you to stop. It disrupts the scroll, it positions the album as something more intentional, more thoughtful, more permanent. And this is what I call anti-algorithm strategy. Instead of optimizing for speed and consumption, you optimize for depth and attention. And in a saturated market, depth wins. Olivia Rodrigo didn't promote the album, she made fans unlock it. Now we get into the part that separates good campaigns from great ones. Gamification. Instead of announcing everything directly, Olivia's team introduced physical elements into the rollout. Heart-shaped blocks placed across major cities, Paris, London, New York. Each one contained fragments of information. Individually, they meant nothing. Together, they told a story. And here's where it becomes powerful. Fans had to collaborate, share locations, post images, decode meaning together. This is community-led discovery, and it completely changes the role of the audience. They're no longer consumers, they're participants, they're investigators. They're part of the rollout itself, and when that happens, something important shifts. Because people don't just support what they are given, they support what they help build. So by the time information about the lead single started circulating, it didn't feel like marketing, it felt like discovery, and that's why it spreads faster, because it feels earned. Olivia Rodrigo isn't selling songs, she is selling identity. Now let's zoom out and talk about the business layer, because all of this attention needs to convert. The moment the album was announced, the store went live. Multiple vinyl variants, limited editions, exclusive drops. This is a classical direct-to-consumer strategy, but executed at a high level. Each product is not just music, it's a piece of the era. And that's important because streaming builds reach, but products build ownership. Fans don't just listen, they collect, they display, they identify. And then there's the release date, June 12th. Perfectly positioned for summer. Yes, but also aligned with Filipino Independence Day. That's not just timing, that's cultural alignment. It connects the project to identity, heritage, and values. And in 2026, that matters more than ever because fans don't just follow artists anymore, they align with them. If you are an artist in 2026 and not thinking like this, you're already behind. So what can we actually take from this? First, your aesthetic is your language. Don't treat visuals as secondary. They are a strategy. Second, don't be afraid of silence. Attention doesn't come from more content. It comes from controlled absence. Third, turn your audience into participants. The more involved they feel, the more they invest emotionally. Fourth, stop over-optimizing for algorithms. If everything you do looks like content, nothing stands out. And finally, build systems, not moments. Because moments fade, but systems scale. Olivia Rodrigo didn't just announce an album, she engineered a transition from a defined aesthetic into a flexible identity, from reactive marketing into controlled narrative. And that's the difference between an artist who peaks and an artist who evolves. Now I want to hear from you. Does this new era work or was the purple era stronger? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're serious about understanding how music careers are actually built, not just how songs go viral, hit that subscribe button because at Label Grid we break down strategy, structure, and long-term leverage. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!